Hi everyone.
Hello.
I'm Myrto.
And I'm Spyros.
And today we're playing Rooftop Roses, a print and play game, area control. It's for 1 to 4 players and it is designed by Chris Packy, illustrated by Parker Simpson. It is part of a bundle of 3 print and play games that are currently on Gamefound. They are coming live this week. I'm not exactly sure when the video will go live, so it's probably in a few days from now. So go follow the campaign there. We'll put the link in the description and in the pinned comment as always. So you can check all 3 games out. We already have playthrough videos for the other 2 games of the bundle, so I will put the links for those as well. And you can find everything you need about them in our channel and in the campaign. So, in Rooftop Roses, we are living in a skyscraper and we are trying to build a rose garden at the rooftop. So in practice, during the game, players take turns rolling 3 dice and using them to plant roses in the garden and to water the garden. As soon as you roll the dice, you choose 2 of them to find the corresponding space in which you can plant roses. So for example, with this roll here, with a 2, a 5 and a 6, I could plant roses in the intersection of any of those 2 dices. For example, with the 2 and the 5, the 2 and the 5 here, the 5 and the 6, where is it? Here or here, and the 2 and the 6 is over here and down here. In any of those 6 spaces, I could plant roses. When the dice are like that, we plant 1 rose. And you cannot plant a rose in a space that already has at least 1 rose. So that's where the area control comes. If one of the spaces is occupied by a player, it cannot be used at any point in the future again. And that's how the game ends as well. As soon as you run out of space, and if you cannot plant a rose with the dice you already have rolled, you have to fill one of those spaces down here and you score the points corresponding to it, but as soon as all 3 spaces are covered, the game ends. Alternatively, if before that happens, the space here is completely filled, which is a rare occurrence, the game ends as well. At that point, you score points based on the majority in each column and each row, and whoever has the most points wins. So now, as soon as you decide which of the 2 dice you want to use in this way and plant roses, and then the 3rd die is used to water a column or a row. To water a column or a row, you mark off the lowest number in the scoring space of the corresponding row or column. So if I had used the 5 and the 6 to plant roses, with the 2 I could mark off the 1 in this row or the 1 in this column. Now, the game starts getting interesting if you roll 2 of the same kind or 3 of the same kind. So if you roll 2 of the same kind, instead of planting 1 rose, you plant 2 roses in the same space, but in any combination. I could either go where the 2 6s meet or with the 2 and the 6 in this space or that space, for example. And I plant 2 instead of 1 rose. But your opponent, basically your opponents, but we are playing a 2-player game here today, marks 1 bonus in their player sheet, let's call it. These bonuses depend on the number that scored the doubles. Are they called doubles in English?
Yes,
the numbers that are the same anyway. So with 2 6s, Spyros would get 1 in this space where the 5 and the 6 are correspond. And that allows Spyros to draw another rose in the space you marked this turn. So if you mark 1, you can mark 2 instead, or if you were to mark 2, you can mark 3 instead. And that's important because the more roses you have in a row or a column, the more likely you are to have the majority and score the points at the end of the game. The other bonuses with the 1 and the 2 is 1 reroll, and the 3 and the 4 gives you a plus or minus 1 on a die that does not make it from 1 to a 6 and the 6 to 1. Mm-hmm. And you can use each of those bonuses once in your turn. So yeah, up to 3 bonuses, 3 different bonuses on your turn if you so wish to. And they don't give anything at the end of the game, so using them is, well, useful without any downside to it. We all start with 1 of those marked, and we can have a maximum of 5, so if the other players roll doubles, you get the bonus. The same happens if all dice are of the same number as well. The opponents get the bonus, but the player has more flexibility because they can mark 2 roses in any space in the row or the column that corresponds to the number that is on the 3 dice. So I could choose any of those spaces with 3 6s. I think that's it for the game.
Yes.
And then at the end, you check each row and each column, and the person who has majority scores the first unmarked number. Because as I said, when we water the roses, we mark off numbers. And so if the 1 and the 2 was marked off, for example, here, the person with the most roses in this row would score 3 points. The same if there is a tie, the person who has watered the roses in this row or column breaks the tie in their favor. And if there is still a tie, you split the points equally and any leftovers are lost, if it is an odd number. We do this for every row and every column, and then whoever has marked these spaces gets the corresponding points as well, and whoever has the most points wins. I don't know if, is there a tiebreaker for the end of the game? If tied, the player that won the most rows or columns wins. If still tied, all tied players share the victory. Okay, so there is that. And yeah, because we share a common player area here, we have to have different colors of pens or markers or pencils in our case. Otherwise, if you don't have different colors, you can simply use different shapes when you mark off things to make it clear that the marks are yours. We are using black and purple here today, so I think it will be obvious in the camera which one marks what. And I think we are ready to begin. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so do you want to go first since we explained every rule? I don't need to go first and explain the rest of the rules.
Sure.
It doesn't happen often. 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. Okay. The first round are random, doesn't matter too much about the placement and scoring.
Yeah, you don't know where the other players are going.
So I will do this one 3 and 4, and I will water this 5.
It may matter because the higher numbers score more points.
Yes, but you don't know if you roll and you mark the higher numbers.
Yeah, that's true, but if you go to the 4 and the 5, you get a position to score more points later on.
Maybe, okay.
Well, too late now, I'm sorry. A 1, a 3, and a 6. Okay. So, based on what I said, I will go to the intersection of, and we can use the abilities as well, mind you, but personally I like to keep them towards the end. So with the 3 and the 6, I'll go here. And then with the 1, I'll water this row.
Okay.
Oh, doubles.
2 2s and the 5.
2 2s.
Okay.
So you paint you plant 2 roses.
Yes. Okay, I will plant in this intersection here.
Okay.
And I will water this one.
Right, but because you used those, also the bonuses here are gained based on the values of the dice at the end of the turn, after they are used. So if Spyros had decided to reroll one of the dice here and there was no more 2 of the same kind, I wouldn't get the bonus because he wouldn't be using the bonus. But in this case, he used it, so I get another reroll here, which I circle to mark that I have it, and then we cross it off if we use them.
Nice.
Okay? 3, 5, 6. Okay, this 3 and 6 intersection is now used, so I cannot, no one can go there anymore or in these other spaces, and that's how the game narrows down and pushes towards the end. And because I see you have occupied some of the 5 here, I think, yeah, I'll use the 5 and the 6 to mark a rows down here, so that I can start and have some presence in this 5. And then with the 3, I will water this column because I already have some presence there.
True.
1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4. I will do 1 and 4 here.
Okay.
And the 3 here.
Don't you want to do it here?
No. Oh. I have this black
well,
rose.
It was worth the try. 1, a 4, and a 5. Okay, I'll try the 4 and the 5 here, because now we are tied in these both, and the one I'll mark here. I have invested in this row with the ones.
Okay.
I should go there at some point.
Let's roll some ones. Onesies.
Or not.
Or not.
3, 4, 6.
3, 4, 6. 3 and 4 here.
Okay.
And 6.
Here, of course.
No, here.
Okay. I'll do it. Oh, 5s. Fives. I don't like giving him the bonus of the 5s though, because drawing another rose is very powerful. So maybe I should consider re-rolling something, or then I'll get 2 roses as well though. That's tricky. It's fine, it's fine. I'll take the 5s and plant a rose, the 2 roses, sorry, here. Okay. And then I used the 5 and the 1. And then with the other 5, I will do this.
Okay.
So you take the bonus down there, yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 6.
1, 2, 6. Okay, I will use that bonus here and do this one. 1.
Oh, 2 ones.
Okay.
So I will mark the reroll then?
Yes.
Since you chose to.
Yes, yes. And I will do this one here with 1 and 6.
Yes.
And let's fight for this one.
Why did you mark 2 there?
My mistake.
Okay. There we go.
Yes.
So, yeah, I marked my bonus. 1, 3, 6. Okay, okay. 1 and a 3. And a 6 down here.
Okay.
2 3s.
2 3s and a 5. Okay, let's do, I will use one of these and use the 3 and the 5 to mark this 3 and the other 3 here.
Okay, okay, yes, you're very... sorry,
Yes,
you used the 2 3s, so I get a bonus here. And I got 3 2s. So I can choose any space in this row or this column. Or their intersection. I like their intersection. Yeah, so take the bonus. I'll use this as well though. And I will plant 3 roses in the intersection. And then I'll water here.
Okay.
3 5 6.
Okay, I will do this one. 3 and the 5.
Okay, and you have the 6 then.
6 here.
Okay. 3 4 6. 3 4 6. I will do the 4 and the 6 here. I'm committing. And then with the 3, I'll risk watering this column.
Better than that?
Yeah, it's a tie. I still have hopes for that. Double
3
4s.
4. Okay. No 4s are marked.
True.
Okay. And 3 and 4 is this one and this one. So I can only mark this.
Yes.
Okay.
And then water 3.
I will do that then.
Okay, so I take the bonus.
Yes. And I will water that 3.
4, 5, 6. I don't mind that. I don't have another of those though. Okay, so with the 4 and the 5, I'll do this and the 6 here.
Okay.
1, 3, 4.
Okay, I think I will do a reroll of the 3.
Okay.
Not the 5. Not the 5. Okay. I'll do 1 and 4 here.
Okay.
And the 5 will go better here. Okay.
Yeah, technically. 5s. Almost. I can get them. Then I'll give you...
Yes.
Yes, but I win this column.
True.
For sure. But I have to water a 3 then, which is risky. Let's do it.
Okay.
So I use this to turn the 6 into a 5, and then you get the bonus for the 5s, but I mark 2 roses in this column, which means that I've won this column now, and we know it. And then with the 3, I risk watering this. Two, 3, 6.
2, 3, 6. Okay, I will come here.
Yeah, that 3 was good now.
And I think I will spend this one for another rose, and the 6 will go here.
Okay, so I need 3s now. Well, I got the 5s that I needed earlier. Do I keep the 5s now?
Yes. And you have only this space available.
So maybe I don't keep the 5s. But do I want a 4 or a 6?
Or you can reroll.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking if I want a 4 and a 6. Otherwise, sure, No, I will reroll. One of the 5s.
Okay.
See what happens.
5.
2. Almost. A 2 and a 5 now. Where does that bring us? Here? Only here. So it's these 2.
But you have 1 and 2 now.
I have the 1 and the 2, yes. Which is not bad. Okay. I'll go here.
Yeah.
And then with the 5, I'll do the one that I know I've won already.
True.
Well, it is a tiebreaker as well, so maybe, but...
No.
2, 5, 6.
No.
Why not?
I got some aces here, or 3 to
Yeah,
close
these
this
are
one.
way too far.
Yes. I think I will roll, yes. I will risk
Reroll?
it. Yes.
Okay.
And I will roll the 5.
Okay.
No.
4.
4. Okay. These 4 and 5s are close.
It's a 6. You reroll the 5.
4. So true. So it's here,
It's
here,
blocked.
2 and 6, 2 and 6. Okay, I will do 2 and 6 here,
Okay.
and the 4 here.
Nice.
No, no.
Yeah, I should take that.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so you take the bonus though. 2 1s and the 5. Is this one or that one again? All in.
That was a perfect roll. You were winning here.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm thinking that maybe here I may need the tiebreaker in the future.
Ah, okay.
But it's also a risk because you may take these points instead of me, so.
1, 4, 1, 5, 4 and 5. Okay, so I have only 1 and 5 here, and the 4 will go here.
One, 2, 5. Let's see. Yeah, I don't mind the 2 and the 5 here. And watering the 1 here.
Okay.
1, 5, 6.
1, 5, 6. I think I will go with the 5 and a 6 here. And mark this one for another one.
Yeah, that's very important.
Tie.
So we have a tie and you break the tie in your favor here.
And I have to water
A 4.
a 1.
What did you use?
5 and 6.
Ah, yes, I don't know where that 4 came. Sorry, misinformation.
Here, so let's do that.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I'm keeping my bonuses. I'll use the 1 and the 3 here. And the 2 here.
Nice.
1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4.
The 4 and the 3, the 3 and the 4. 1, 3, 4, 1,
Yes.
3, 4. So they're all taken, and you don't have. Ah, you have a reroll.
No,
So
I will take these 3 points.
yeah, okay, but you do have a reroll. Okay, but nothing else happens.
Because I don't have any slots to place and
Yeah.
I didn't want to reroll, I get the first bonus here.
Yeah, and then as soon as all 3 are covered, the game ends immediately. 1, 3, 5. Oh, sorry, that was a 3. We all saw it. Okay, the 1. Okay, so it's the 3 and the 5 again taken. Yeah.
Yes.
Do I want to take the bonus? Am I winning? Are you winning? Who's winning? Because I have.
The rooftop winning.
Yeah, the rooftop is winning. I am not going to count everything, but I feel quite good. Or not. I will mark this space here.
Okay.
Two fours.
And 5.
But everything is taken.
Yes, so do I take the 5 points or do I risk a reroll?
It's quite a risk at this point, but I'm not sure who's winning.
Yes. This is
It's quite powerful.
it's powerful because I take them and you don't take.
Yes,
So-
and 5 points, to get 5 points from a row or a column, you have to be on the strong rows and columns and...
I will do it.
Okay, so that's the game's end.
Yes.
And we score.
Yes.
Let's score by circling, sure?
Yes.
Okay, so we check every row and every column, and in this I have the majority, so I get the 5 points here.
Yes.
In the second one you have the majority, so you take the 2 points. Here as well, 5 points.
Here as well. 4 points. Here
Is a tie, but you break it in your favor because you watered most. That's me. That's you.
It's me.
That's me.
Here again, just 2 points.
Yeah. But the other one as well. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have pushed the end so early after all. That's me.
And the last one you.
Yeah. Okay, so I have 5. What is that? 10, 17,
Yes.
20, 22, 26. That
Yes.
doesn't sound very good.
I think I won.
26. You won and you decimated me probably.
2, 7, 11, 15, 21, 23, 28, and 8,
36.
36.
Okay, okay.
I won.
It wasn't that embarrassing. Well done. Yeah, it's possible to calculate the points at any
Yes.
time, of course, but it takes time and we didn't want you to stay waiting. But yeah, you know if you want to push the game's end or not, and you did well because if you had calculated everything, you would
Yes.
have taken 5 points anyway without even thinking about it. And that's the game. And it takes pretty much the same time with more players, I guess, because it's again, as soon as everything is filled or these are pushed, the game ends anyway, but you'll probably take less turns as the game goes around. It's probably going to be a bit more chaotic in here to get majority, and maybe harder to calculate the points and see who is ahead at any given time.
And the problem is that if you roll double fours, for example, the other all other players get a bonus.
Yeah.
So you have to risk, if you want 2 roses, to give a bonus to everyone else.
Yeah, and I think that at least in the games we played, whenever the person who got the most of these bonuses had an edge, had an advantage. So giving them these doubles is maybe not a good choice.
Maybe.
I was trying to deny them from you the previous times and it worked, but this time I said it's fine and I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, Spyros won, that's the game. That was the third one for us, the third playthrough we did for this bundle, so go check out the other 2 if you want to know more about these games as well, and check the campaign for all 3 of them in a bundle. Coming up soon on Gamefound, I'll put all the links in the description. I'll try to put everything in the comment as well, but I'm not sure how much I can fit in there. So yeah, we hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this, and we hope to see you in the next one. Until then, bye.
Bye.